Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.
West.
Thank you so much, the Right Honorable Speaker. And through you, I would like to ask the Minister of Education a supplementary question. As much as we do appreciate about the constituency fund as well as the Education Act Section 18, whether 1812, which he has cited, but we have a number of problems which we cannot finish within 1 year period with the constituency fund. If the Minister of Education can even give a leeway to add some buildings or some blocks at Kiziwe Primary School. Kiziwe Primary School, we did with the constituency fund, but we don't have desks, but also the blocks are not all that enough. Would like to ask the Minister whether if the person whom we can approach in the Education Department and Mulanje District Council, the better, we can do that. And also Sanjama Primary School. We found a donor. He has done a lot in this, even in terms of computers as well as feeding programs, even some minor businesses like chicken poultry farming for the teachers as well as the school committee. But now we have a block which we don't have iron sheets, which we are looking forward for the ministry to support. We are trying our level best to use the constituency fund, but also some resources where we can find ourselves. But we would like to see if the Minister of Education can come in and help us. I submit the Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Mchinji Southwest, who is asking my ministry whether mobile telephone operators will consider constructing a network tower at the Matalu area in Mchinji Southwest. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry is aware of the need for network coverage at the Matalu area in Mchinji Southwest, among other areas in the country. Upon engaging the two mobile network operators, Telecom Networks Malawi Limited and Airtel Malawi, to establish whether they have plans to construct network towers at Matalu in Mchinji specifically, it was noted that as we speak now, they don't have those plans. And these are the two mobile operators. But it would be pleasing for Honorable Mchinji Southwest to note that government, through my ministry, having recognized the critical role that communication services play in social economic development, and in particular your constituency and the Matalu area, in collaboration with World Bank, we are implementing the Digital Malawi Acceleration Program, DMAP. And this program aims to expand digital infrastructure and improve connectivity across undeserved and unserved areas. So underline undeserved and unserved areas, and which means Matalu is one of those places that will actually benefit from this. And I can assure you that as we speak now, an assessment has been conducted countrywide to look at areas where there is no network at all. Having said that, I can also share with you that with specific to Airtel Malawi, they are going to construct 460 towers this year. 460 towers this year. And in total, what we expect to construct this year is around, with 91 from DMAP, 10 from Makra, we should be looking at around 570 or so towers that we intend to construct. And surely, Mataru area will be considered as we look at the total number of towers to be constructed. Mr. Speaker, sir, at the area mentioned by the Honorable Member, there are 2 existing towers located at Chiosha, approximately 6 kilometers away, and Kabungwe, approximately 8.5 kilometers away, both serving TNM and Airtel subscribers. Through the Malawi Communication Regulatory Authority, MACRA, utilizing the Universal Service Fund, USF, and supported by the Digital Malawi Acceleration Program, my ministry will mobilize resources to upgrade these 2 sites to enhance their coverage and extend signal reach to Mataru as a short-term intervention measure. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, sir, the project will assess the feasibility of constructing a dedicated tower at Mataru to ensure sustainable and reliable mobile coverage in the area. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry remains committed to ensuring equitable access to reliable and affordable communication services throughout Malawi. Through coordinated efforts with MACRA, as I said, the Universal Service Fund, and development partners, government will ensure that appropriate infrastructure interventions are undertaken to improve network coverage in all areas where network coverage is not adequate or not available at all. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister of Information and Communication Technology. Point of order, Zimba South.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I just wanted to find out from your office, when a question has been asked under Standing Order 14, it demonstrates that that matter is urgent and it is of national importance. I've been seeing 2 questions from Lumpi West and also from Kalonga Central, more especially for Kalonga Central, which is hitting too much on the transportation system. I wanted to find out through you, because these 2 questions have been lying on the order paper for the past 3 weeks now, but they have been asked under Standing Order 14. I wanted to find out from you and also from government on how these 2 questions can be taken out of the order paper so that they can be answered. If the supplementary questions will be there, they can be asked. Otherwise, people from the northern region are looking forward to have good air transport that we can be migrating to Tanzania, to Uganda, and the like. I beg to ask for your guidance, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Zimba South. Zimba South, we will wait for guidance from the leader if he could provide time later on so that these questions are tackled. Otherwise, I thought maybe the leader should have been reminded by the owners of those questions, and we should have tackled them already. We do wait for guidance, and there was no such guidance. Let's move. Zomba Malosa.
Right Honorable Speaker, good morning, and thank you for giving people of Zimbabwe.
Good morning, but I've just acknowledged you. Let me acknowledge your friends. I wanted everyone to look at you and notice you that you are here today.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Sanjay.
Chikwawa South.
Sorry, Chikwawa South. Yes, Honorable, your constituency?
Lilongwe Site Zenza.
Lilongwe Site Zenza.
Yes.
And Nkota, is it Nkota Luarazi? Yeah, you'll be the last one. Zomba Malosa.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving people of Zomba Malosa to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Information. I would like to ask him if he can consider Kasonga area in Zomba Malosa. Ever since, we have never tested network, and I would like to ask, when he's trying to share the towers, they should remember people of Kasonga. And again, I can just say also, if we can have an improvement on network, especially Jokala, Somba, those places also, the network triples too much. So, too much, I would like to ask for the tower at Kasonga. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Zomba Malosa. We go to Chikwawa South.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting the people of Chikwawa South the opportunity to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Information. My question to the Minister is, under government's program to improve network coverage, can the Minister consider Tendo Trading Center in Chikwawa South, as this is an area which borders Mozambique? It is an upcoming trading center. We have MAREP and it's growing. Efforts were made a few years ago to upgrade a nearby tower, but up to now, the area doesn't have any network coverage. So may the Minister please consider Tendo Trading Center in Chikwawa South. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Chikwawa South. We go to Lilongwe Site Zenza.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker, sir. I hope you're having a good day today. Thank you again for allowing the people of Lilongwe Site Zenza to ask a supplementary question to the Minister. We appreciate the efforts that the Ministry is doing through Airtel. But my people in Lilongwe Site Zenza, we're having problems with network issues. I'm not so sure about the other areas, but the way Airtel is operating right now is really, really bad. My question to the Minister is he aware of this issue that is happening with Airtel? Because in the middle of a call, you just find out that there's no network, and then it comes back. So my people have asked me to ask the Minister if it's possible that he knows about the issue, and if he does know, is he doing anything possible to make sure that the network issues are being resolved? Otherwise, we might be thinking of having an additional service provider, but we're not even having the quality network that we're supposed to have with the current Airtel or TNM which is there. But as for now, I think the main issue is on Airtel, of which the Minister needs to do something about it. Otherwise, the service is beyond par, and would like him to help us resolve that issue. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much, Lilongwe Citizenza. We go to Kodagota Liwalazi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting the people of Kodagota Liwalazi an opportunity to ask a supplementary question. First of all, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to commend the Honorable Minister of Information on the tremendous job he's doing under the Connect project. But I would also we are humbly requesting that as he implements this project, may he consider Liwalazi Secondary School. On the very same note, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to ask the Minister of Information to consider constructing a tower at St. Jerry, as connectivity is a very big problem in the area. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Kodagota Liwalazi. Minister of Information.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, let me thank Honorable Zomba Malosa for a supplementary question. The supplementary question to the ministry is to consider Kasonga area in Zomba Malosa constituency with a network tower, but also to improve the network coverage in the areas of Jokala and Somba. Honorable Speaker, as I said, under the DMAP project, as well as with support from Makara and also from Airtel Malawi, we have about 560 towers to be constructed. And I also said that a team from the ministry is conducting assessments and is going about in our constituencies to look at those areas that are underserved and not served at all. At the right time, let me make an undertaking to the Honorable Member of Zomba Malosa that her area will be considered. Now let me respond to Chikwawa South. Honorable Speaker, let me thank the Honorable Member for Chikwawa South, who is asking a supplementary question to the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology. The supplementary question is to consider Tando Trading Center in his constituency, which borders Mozambique, to have a functional network, realizing that there was an upgrade that was done, but as we speak now, the network is still poor. The other question, okay, let me also state this in response that just as I answered in the first supplementary question, that the team has been on the ground, I will also just have to go back and check if in that assessment, Tando Trading Center was included, and if it was not included, I will direct the ministry to go and do an assessment in your area. The next supplementary question is coming from Lilongwe Citizenza. Let me thank the Honorable Member who is asking a supplementary question. And the supplementary question is to ask my minister if you were aware of the network challenges that the people of Lilongwe City Zenza, but not also only Lilongwe City Zenza, but in most parts of the country, are experiencing with the Airtel network, in particular having dropout calls. I can confirm, yes, I'm aware of the challenge, and having been made aware, we have, and we continue to engage Airtel, and I can say here some of the challenges that the network operators, particularly the mobile operators, are facing. Number one is Forex. They cannot procure equipment, which is very critical to upgrade the system because Forex is in short supply. Having said that, we have challenged them that they can begin to do something to ease the problem. And I'm pleased to say that the Airtel has partnered with the Starlink to offer their services through that partnership. But also I must say that maybe I should take this opportunity. Most Malawians have got two SIM cards. They would have a SIM card for TNM and a SIM card for Airtel. And what we have noted is that there is some congestion. The demand for mobile services is growing, which is not matching with the supply side. That is why His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika mandated us to do a market survey and assessment for a third mobile operator, because the demand is growing at a faster pace than the supply. So let me assure the honorable member that very soon this problem is going to be addressed. The last supplementary question is coming from Kotakota Liwaladzi, and let me thank the honorable member. She is an inspiring youth, and congratulations for winning this constituency. Kotakota Liwaladzi is my second home. It is my second home. Honorable Speaker, it may please.
Order. Which is which, Minister? Which is which?
Honorable Speaker, you know, today is a private member's day, so I wanted to raise up the mood. But on a serious note, Kotakota Liwaladzi is my second home. And it may please the honorable member that I come from Kizeu side. Yes, I come from Kizeu side. And the issue that the honorable member is raising is an issue also which is at my heart. She's asking to my ministry to consider to extend the project of Connect a School to Liwaladzi Secondary School. Let me advise the honorable member that indeed we have over 2,000 schools that we are connecting. And out of these 2,000 schools, the Minister of Energy is supporting us with the power to power the connectivity. And surely, Liwaladzi Secondary School will not be excluded, will be included. And what it means is that even around Lualadzi, the communities around Lualadzi, it's not that we are connecting just a school, we are also connecting the communities around the school. So whether it's a health post, whether it's a police post around that school, all those infrastructures, institutions will be connected. And the second question was to construct a tower at Senjere. I will go back and check if indeed the assessment that was done included Senjere. But if it is not, if it wasn't, Senjere wasn't included, then I will instruct my team to go back and look at the area and ensure that if the assessment reveals that we need a tower, then a tower will be constructed. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity given to respond to the supplementary questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information. Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, we had undertaken that the Minister of Energy and Mining would present a statement before health break, but we've just received communication from my office that we need to meet in a business committee. I therefore seek your guidance as to at what point do we bring the statement.
Thank you, Leader. I thought we should do the procedures to allow the Minister to bring her statement, and then soon after her statement is read out, we will go for a health break, and we'll take supplementary questions when we come. But at the same health break, we could meet for the business committee meeting, if that is okay. Yeah, otherwise we can meet after we adjourn, soon after we adjourn.
In that case, therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that we revert to the supplementary order paper to allow the Minister of Energy and Mining to present a ministerial statement as agreed. I submit.
Now, Leader, this is what I was saying earlier on. I was asking private members to hand over the business to you. Now, in this case, they have to move the motion to hand over the business to you now.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that we value all the relevant standing orders so that we can proceed to have a statement from the Minister of Energy, so that at least she can present her statement, and then we have few questions to her, and then we. In this case, we are moving it to government so that they can tackle this business only. Only this business to government, only this business. It's government.
Thank you. I think that was. Thank you, Honorable Mzimba South. Honorable members, we have a motion to move business back to government side. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, as earlier on guided, we now give business to the Minister of Energy and Mining to present a ministerial statement on the status of fuel in the country. I beg to move.
Ndi, what's next? It's a motion, eh?
Yeah, it's a motion.
Honorable Minister, please wait. We need to move a motion. Honorable members, we have a motion to vary the order paper in order to tackle the supplementary order paper and to allow the Minister of Energy and Mining to present her statement. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried.
Supplementary order paper. Supplementary order paper. Government business number 3. Ministerial statement. The Honorable Minister of Energy and Mining to present a statement on the status of fuel supply in the country.
Honorable Minister of Energy and Mining.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Order, 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 order. Order, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, let me begin by sincerely thanking you for giving me this opportunity to deliver a statement in this House regarding the recent retail fuel pump price adjustments announced by the Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority, MERA. My statement will outline the factors that have necessitated the price adjustments from global, regional, and domestic perspectives, and briefly present strategies that the government, through the Ministry of Energy and Mining, intends to implement to minimize external shocks. As members of the House are aware, Mr. Speaker, sir, the retail pump prices have been adjusted upwards as follows, effective 1st April 2026. Diesel has been adjusted upwards by 35%. The old price was 4,945 Malawi kwacha. The new price is 6,687 kwacha. Petrol has been adjusted by 34% from 4,965 kwacha to 6,672 kwacha. Kerosene, which is paraffin, has been adjusted by 82% from 3,200 to 5,824. Jet A1 at Comes International Airport has been adjusted by 79% from the 3,046 kwacha to 5,439 kwacha. Jet A1 at Chireka International Airport has been adjusted by 81% from 2,993 kwacha to 5,423 kwacha. Mr. Speaker, sir, the price adjustments have largely been necessitated by the recent developments in the global oil market, particularly the conflict in the Middle East. Since the end of February 2026, the escalation of the conflict in the Middle East has caused significant disruption to global oil supply routes, especially through the Strait of Hormuz, which handles about 20% of the global oil shipments. As a result, international oil prices have risen sharply. Statistics show that between 28 February and 24 March 2026, global oil prices have increased by approximately 40%. These increases, Mr. Speaker, sir, reflect heightened risk, shipping disruptions, higher insurance costs, and precautionary stockpiling in global oil markets. This has directly affected fuel importing countries, regardless of their geographic distance from the conflict. Data from multiple sources indicate that around 106 countries worldwide, including Malawi, have been affected by the Middle East conflict. Fuel price adjustments in these countries are therefore inevitable. The IMF projects fuel pump prices could rise by 30 to 50% in these countries if the full impact is passed on to consumers. As members of the House are aware, Malawi imports 100% of its refined petroleum products. This makes domestic fuel prices highly sensitive to changes in global oil markets. Additionally, fuel imports must be paid for in foreign currency. As the global oil prices rise, Malawi's annual fuel import bill, which is estimated at around $600 million per year, comes under increased pressure. Rising landed costs, if not reflected in pump prices, can accelerate foreign exchange depletion, which is already in short supply in our case, and lead to fuel shortages and supply disruptions. Mr. Speaker, sir, aligning retail pump prices with actual import costs helps to manage foreign exchange demand and support continuity of fuel supply. To this end, the Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority, MERA, as the sector-wide energy regulator and drawing its mandate from the Energy Regulation Act, considered economic fundamentals affecting fuel supply in the country in accordance with the automatic pricing mechanism, APM. MERA considered prevailing global oil trends, particularly developments arising from geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. In addition to the economic fundamentals, consideration was also made on regional retail fuel pump pricing with specific reference to trends in South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and Mozambique. The regional price assessment was based on data as of 19th March 2026, using an effective exchange rate of 3,700 Malawi kwacha to the US dollar to ensure comparability. Based on the assessment, Mr. Speaker, sir, fuel prices in Malawi ranked third highest after Zimbabwe and Zambia, and were marginally higher than those observed in Maputo, Mozambique, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and Pretoria, South Africa. Following the new prices announced yesterday and using data assessed on 1st April 2026, the comparisons are as follows. I'll start with petrol. In Zimbabwe, petrol is now at 8,029 kwacha. Malawi is at 6,672 kwacha. Tanzania, petrol is at 5,476 kwacha. In Zambia, petrol is at 5,257 kwacha, 70 tambala. South Africa, petrol is selling at 5,013 kwacha, 40 tambala. In Mozambique, fuel is selling at 4,847 kwacha. Now let's move to diesel. In Zimbabwe, diesel is selling at 7,585 kwacha. In Malawi, it is selling at 6,687 kwacha. Tanzania, the price of diesel is at 5,439 kwacha. Zambia, diesel is selling at 5,764 kwacha, 60 tambala. South Africa, diesel is selling at 5,742 kwacha 40 tambala, whilst in Mozambique, diesel is selling at 4,625 kwacha. Based on this most recent price comparison, Mr. Speaker, sir, Zimbabwe tops the list with the highest fuel prices, followed by Malawi, then Tanzania, Zambia, South Africa, Mozambique in that order. Botswana has reportedly also increased fuel prices by 55%, effective 28 March 2026, largely attributable to the ongoing geopolitical instability in the Middle East. You may wish to note that most countries in the region undertake monthly fuel price reviews. In this regard, further revisions are expected within the month of April, which may affect the comparative positioning I have just presented. I am providing this information, Mr. Speaker, sir, to help this House appreciate the regional impact of this conflict. Mr. Speaker, sir, in addition to the sharp increase in international oil prices arising from the Middle East conflict, some domestic factors contribute to exert upward pressure on Malawi's retail fuel pump prices, making them relatively higher than those of some neighboring countries. And I would like to underline that some domestic factors are the ones that are exerting upward pressure on Malawi retail fuel pump prices. I will narrate. Malawi's inland location increases landed fuel costs due to reliance on distant ports such as Dar es Salaam, Mtwara, and Tanga, where most suppliers offer open credit. Access to nearer ports such as Beira and Nacala remains limited due to foreign exchange constraints demanded by suppliers at these ports. The other factor affecting domestic fuel prices is the foreign exchange rate. While the official exchange rate is at 1,751 kwacha for a US dollar, importers access forex at higher rates that range from 2,400 to 2,750 kwacha per US dollar due to bank premiums. Additionally, foreign exchange shortages have led to delays in settling letters of credit, often resulting in conversion into longer tenure instruments with added financing and discounting costs. At the same time, reliance on open credit arrangements attract significant charges, typically 9 to 12% locally, or secured overnight financing rate plus margin internationally. These costs are passed on to importers and ultimately reflected in pump prices. I wish to report to this House, Mr. Speaker, sir, that due to challenges related to foreign exchange, fuel importers have been operating at a loss. MERA is mandated to compensate these importers for their losses or under recoveries through the Price Stabilization Fund, PSF. However, the non-cost reflective fuel pump prices that the country has had in the past 4 years have prevented MERA from collecting sufficient funds for the PSF, making it difficult to adequately compensate importers. Currently, the unpaid under-recoveries stand at approximately 1.2 trillion Malawi kwacha. To this end, a levy of 350 kwacha per litre has been introduced to clear these arrears in about 5 years and restore the fund's effectiveness. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is relevant to note that the previous government approved that MERA could borrow up to 150 billion Malawi kwacha from commercial banks in 2024 to address under-recoveries, of which approximately 90 billion Malawi kwacha has been drawn to date. Repayment of this is incorporated into the fuel price build-up and is therefore reflected as a cost component within pump prices. Levies also form part of the fuel price build-up, influencing retail pump prices. Although removal of these levies could potentially reduce fuel prices, certain levies are essential for national development. For example, the road levy and rural electrification levy are vital for funding road construction and maintenance, and for enhancing access to electricity in rural areas, respectively. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am confident that members of the House now understand the reasoning behind these price adjustments. However, to clarify further, these changes are designed to reflect the prevailing conditions in the global oil market, thereby ensuring fuel availability and supporting economic stability. The adjustments also aim to prevent shortages and lengthy queues, mitigate unsustainable losses for fuel importers and distributors, and minimize the likelihood of more abrupt or significant price increases in the future. International precedent demonstrates that postponing cost-reflective pricing frequently leads to deeper shortages and more severe economic disruptions in the long run. To conclude, Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to state that the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP government, under the leadership of His Excellency, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, has made a timely, responsible, and economically sound decision to allow MERA to exercise their mandate in adjusting fuel pump prices in response to the prevailing global developments. This decision has been placed in its proper international context, as the world is currently experiencing a significant disruption in oil supply following tensions in the Middle East, and particularly affecting the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global shipping route through which approximately 20% of the world's oil supply transits daily. Any disruption to this corridor inevitably constrains global oil supply and triggers upward pressure on oil prices. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is not a local phenomenon, but rather a global crisis driven by forces far beyond Malawi's control. In such circumstances, any responsible government must act decisively to safeguard national energy security. The DPP government has done precisely that. The adjustment of fuel prices has been implemented strictly in line with the automatic pricing mechanism, a transparent and rules-based mechanism that ensures fuel prices reflect actual import costs. This mechanism is anchored mainly on two economic fundamentals: the international oil prices and the exchange rate of the Malawi kwacha against the United States dollar. As global oil prices rise and the cost of importation increases, the APM automatically triggers a price adjustment. This is not a matter of discretion or political convenience. It is an economic necessity. Mr. Speaker, sir, failure to act would have led to severe consequences, including fuel shortages, the emergence of black markets, disruption of transport systems, and a broader economic breakdown. History has shown that suppressing prices artificially only postpones and amplifies the crisis. A predictable and responsive pricing system is essential for business planning. investment confidence, and uninterrupted supply chains. By contrast, failure to respond to such critical microeconomic variables undermines economic stability and exposes the country to avoidable shocks. Let it be clearly understood, Mr. Speaker, sir, that this decision is not about increasing the burden on citizens. It is about protecting the nation from a much worse economic outcome. The DPP government has chosen the path of responsibility over populism. The government remains fully committed to mitigating the impact of these global shocks through broader economic measures, while ensuring that fuel remains available throughout the country. These measures include improving fuel procurement efficiency, diversifying supply sources and routes to minimize exposure to external shocks, and pursuing long-term investment in alternative transportation modes, such as electric vehicles and expanded public transportation. The DPP government will continue to act decisively, responsibly, and in the best interests of all Malawians. Mr. Speaker, sir, I submit. Thank you.
Thank you, honourable members. Let's take our seats. Let's take our seats. Honourable members, it is up to us to take questions now or after the health break. Okay, let me start with you, Honourable. Your concern, sir?
Right, Honourable Speaker, you can start with my leader.
Let me first attend to the Deputy Leader.
Honourable Speaker, the motion that was passed was that the Minister of Energy will present the statement, and the Minister of Energy will present the statement, and then we'll go off for break and we'll come back. And there is no motion to vary that motion. Can we, therefore, I would want to submit to you that we should go for break and come back. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Let me give a chance to the Minister to guide. Do you want to take the question? Are you ready to take the questions now or after health break?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, let's have order, please. Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to go by the proposal from the Deputy Leader of the House that we break, then we come back. Thank you.
Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.